my family plays an instrument. Like, when they found out that I was playing the cello, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so big. Are you seriously gonna play that? You're so small.
Nia began her journey as a musician at a very young age, when her interest in the piano led her parents to enroll her in a special music program, the Noel Pointer Foundation. And 13 years later, she's still there. The foundation's mission is to introduce and teach classical instruments to students in underserved communities. Its current conductor, Dwayne Beach, says that can be a life-changing experience for kids.
The Noel Pointer Foundation now goes into inner city schools, teaching kids who typically wouldn't have access to instruments.
You good, Malcolm?
Such as string instruments like the violin, viola, cello, and bass,
We'll move on to our next piece, okay?
which are pretty elite in terms of its like classicisms of instrument families.
Is that okay? Eighth notes. 1 and 2 and...
That little moment of access is all we need. The magic, I call it.
When Nia was just 4 years old, she chose the cello as her magical instrument.
I like the fact that nobody else played it when I was younger, and like that made me like different and like unique.
Ready?
Just the tone and like the quality of the cello is just really warm. I have the range of a violinist and like sometimes a bass, and it's really full. I'm very competitive. If I feel like I can be better than whoever I'm around, I'm gonna try to do that.
Nia's teacher applauds her enthusiasm.
So we have a pickup.
And she's quite easy to be pleased with. She takes everything that I'm asking of her and just apply it. And I think that's a beautiful skill that a lot of people don't really have yet.
Ready?
I've just been able to take criticisms, take any kind of notice and apply it.
Da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Thank you guys. Awesome.
And that's her gift.
Nia has also used her gift to create this piece, called Reconstruction, composed with her classmate Jerusha Trotman. Each of the girls brought their own style to the piece.
When composing or writing music especially, I don't like to get bogged down with like rules and regulations on how I should be composing. And Nia and I are very similar in that aspect where we just write whatever is going to make someone feel something in that moment.
For like the parts that I wrote, I definitely contributed like more syncopated, rhythmic rhythms that I felt like were just more fun to listen to. And so I was like, I like more rhythmic, like lyrical playing, and that like you don't really see in traditional classical music. In the future, I want to be at the Grammys, like playing at award shows and stuff like that. I really don't know what I do without music.
I started playing basketball, I think like around age 3, 4, and I had a little mini hoop in the house. I used to go and play basketball in that. So it's just in my nature.
My first impression was, thought he was pretty good, lefty, pretty good. He was a kid that looked like he had a lot of potential.
I coached Thomas for a year. I actually kind of helped recruit him to come to Jeff.
He is a very bright young man. He was always eager to learn.
Actually, I didn't really get serious about basketball until about 8th, 9th grade, because that's when people started telling me like, oh, you can do it, you can go to college for free and stuff like that.
I think the biggest thing he's been is doing better with constructive criticism. I think when Tommy first came in, which most 9th graders, when they come in, they think they know it all. I think at this point, Tommy's getting better at understanding that he don't know it all and that coaches don't know it all either, but together we can figure it out and make things work for both of us.
My biggest challenges right now is not even on the court. It's probably off the court. It all started in my sophomore year. I was ineligible for the second half of my sophomore season and the beginning of my junior season. And then I didn't go to summer school. I went away for AAU. And when you're behind, it's like, it feels like you're never gonna catch up.
He was taking an additional 5 classes. So that would be equivalent to, say, a college student taking about 30 credits.
So I had to find time in between. Still staying in shape, going to practice for when I do get eligible. Still gotta pass my classes that I have during the day and do the online classes, the 5 online classes.
Sky's the limit for Tommy. I think Tommy can, if he decides to buckle down, which he has, and just stay focused, then Tommy can go to college and play at a major college.
Sometimes I get nervous because of my past. I wasn't the best student in the past, so I feel like it's gonna be really hard for me to get where I have to go in the future because of my past dragging me down. But I think I got some really good support behind me, and I should be able to do it.
When I was around 13, I went to where my father would, and I said, this is what I want to do. And ever since, my father said, this is what you want to do, and this is what you got to learn. He actually taught me a lot. Spanish food and some American food. Of course, as I went along, I learned a lot more. We once upon a time cooked for the military together, where I became my father's boss at that particular time, after he taught me everything. And this is what I love to do, and this is what I've been doing all my life, and another job, I can't see it no more.